Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. James here, your host this evening. Guys, we're going to try and get through this show and have some fun and do a bunch of very cool stuff and show you guys a bunch of product. Tell me if there is any issues with the stream. I'm just checking to make sure. I'm not sure. Hopefully, we have no problems. Trying out restreaming again, so we're going to try and do this and have some fun. Now, guys, we have a bunch of cool stuff, bunch of great products, bunch of great prices, phenomenal stuff that we are definitely going to show you guys with this tonight. We even have the new 2000 V2 to show you guys. Yeah. So hopefully everybody's having a great start to the week and everybody's having a great time. You know, all of that good stuff as that is. It is definitely Sunday. You can definitely feel it in my bones for some reason. To me, it feels like a Monday. I don't know what it is, but it is. Guys, bunch of 1 second. I am checking something real quick. I want to make sure that this stream looks good, but it looks like it's lagging really hardcore. So let's make sure. I'm not sure what's going on, guys. Not sure what's going on here. So, guys, we're going to show you guys cool. Yeah, we definitely have a bunch of lag. What is with the lag? I'm checking with chat, guys. I don't know if anybody else can see this or not. Okay, it looks, Lois, if you're actually listening in, it looks like it's really lagging on my end. I'm not sure what we can do about that. I mean, we could restart, go straight to Amazon link, I guess. I don't want to have a bad stream, so. Do you want to restart this and have it changed to the other link so it's clear? That's up to you. So, we're checking, guys. We're going to make sure. I want to make sure that's, see what she wants to do. So bear with us, everybody. I do apologize for the slight hiccup here. Was not expecting this. We did a bunch of pre-testing over the weekend, and we had none of this experience. Not sure what it is. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so we're going to try and get through this. We're going to start off with a bunch of very cool products. We're going to start with the 100 plus. Okay, cool. It may just be my end. I just didn't want lag to bother everybody. I know when lag starts and frames start freezing, it's just no fun for everybody. So, cool. We'll just keep going, guys. All right, we're going to start off with the 100 plus power station. We're going to talk about all of the deals that we have tonight. We're also going to talk about that 5% code to give you guys. There's a 5% off $1,000 purchase out there for you. So if you guys purchase over $1,000, there's that 5% code. So it's definitely out there. Now we're going to talk about the 100 plus power station. Now the 100 plus power station is a beautiful little power station. This is going to do 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps of power, of course, as well. So that's actually really, really great. This is going to do phenomenally well for a lot of people. The really good part about that is, guys, it's going to do amazing things. Now, it's TSA approved, palm size package. It's about 2.1 pounds, so it is very light. It does have dual USB-C ports and a USB-A port. It does come with, of course, the USB-C to USB-C cable. Now, that USB-C to USB-C cable is a beautiful cable that's going to do phenomenally well to allow for that 100 watt pass-through charging. It also comes with the DC plug, guys. That DC plug's a USB-C to DC plug. This is going to allow you to plug in a 100 watt solar panel or even a mini 40 solar panel with this. Now, of course, you do have the two USB-C ports that do 100 watts pass-through capability. You also have that USB-A port that's going to do 18 watts of charging capability as well. Now, with it, of course, you guys are going to be able to do run your Nintendo Switch for over 4.5 hours. You're also going to be able to charge your cell phones about 6 times with that. which is kind of cool with that. Now, some other really cool parts about this is as well is you guys can actually, run other devices like your camera gear, your lighting gear. You guys can do whatever you want. This is TSA approved, so you can actually go through TSA checkpoints at the airport with it and use it on a plane, so you don't have to plug into, of course, their actual plugins. And then you have your devices charged and ready to go with that. And I kind of like that you can actually do that as well. Now, some other really cool parts about this is, guys, is the portability and size and capability of this. Now, it is a LiFePO 4 cell, so it does have that new lithium battery. It's going to be fully charged in under an hour charge time with that as well, which is kind of cool. Now, this is the perfect piece to take around and carry around and use wherever you really want. The sizeability of this is just perfect. It's going to do phenomenal stuff. So you don't have to worry about it. It's going to do what you need with that, of course, on hand, and then you're going to get there where you need it. And I kind of like that it has that capability. Hey, Phil, what's up, buddy? And Colin, thank you for popping in, and I appreciate that, man. It seems fun on your guys' end. I just wanted to make sure because on my end, it was freezing up, so I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that during the stream. Now, with it, like I said, palm-sized, under 2 hours fully charged, guys. Add a solar panel to that, and you can have it charged in multiple hours as well. You guys can pair it up with the 100-watt panel or even the Mini 40. If you guys are some of the original purchasers of Jackery, you guys will know that there was an 80-watt panel out there from before that could actually be used on this as well, so you're good there. The only panel that I see that you cannot use on this is the 200-watt Solar Saga. So, great little piece, nice little product, nice, portable, and mini. If you need, got you covered with this at $89. You can't go wrong with that. So great price point right there. Now, while we're talking about cabling, guys, you have a few options of cables that are going to work out well for you when connecting up solar panels. First and foremost is going to be this cable kit right here. This is going to have a multitude of different cables and connections. You're going to first have, of course, the 8020 adapter, the 8020 with the USB-C port. So you have that adapter right there. You're also going to have the 7909 on there as well, and, of course, the 8020. Now, the 8020 is going to be used for the 600 plus, the 1000, of course, and the 1000 V2, the E2000, the E2000 plus, the 2000 V2, the 3000 Pro. Now, the 7909 is going to be used for like the smaller devices like your 240s, your 300s. I believe there was a 290 station out there at one point as well. Even the original 1000 can be used with that with injunction compared with like an Anderson clip. So you do have a variations of these cables for you with that. So you have that option. Just make sure that you have the right connection when you're plugging in those panels to the right devices. Now, Lois did post in chat, guys, that 5% discount code if you guys make over purchases over $1,000. Another cool part is, guys, that deal for that 1000 V2 that we're going to be showing you guys in a while is like $500. That's a great price point. So you guys look at the banners as well. There's a banner down below, and we will be doing more shows throughout the week. I will actually be back here Tuesday. And then, of course, on the 7th and on, we'll be doing some Prime deals for you. So got some good stuff. Now, we're going to show you guys one of their newer products. This is the 240 V2. Now, what does V2 mean? V2 means version 2. Now, the original version was actually a very cool piece with a fixed handle. This variation actually has, of course, this handle that can actually be put away. Now, it also goes to a square housing and changes the way the styling actually charges through the 3-prong wall plug. Now, on this, you're going to have, of course, 256 watt-hours of power in this beautiful device. 256 watt-hours of power in a 240 V2 is an amazing, amazing power range. Now, of course, with that, let me kind of fix my carousel on my side. You have, of course, connectability. This one actually has an AC outlet. So the AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600 watts. Now, you also have two USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt input port. The other is a 15-watt port. That's output only. And then, of course, you have the 15-watt USB-A port. Now, above that, you have that 12-volt, 10-amp DC plug. You also have the flashlight over here. This is going to be a beautiful little flashlight that does double modes. And and it actually will work with the app. So this one works with the app. That means you can bind it with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectability and control all of these switches by the app. Remember, on all of these devices, each plug is individually switched. So if you guys want to turn it on, you'll tap it, it'll come on, and then you can actually start using this. Now, this is actually kind of cool because it's got what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 has a 1-hour fast charge capability. So when you have it plugged into the wall, it's going to charge it fully in 1 hour's time. You do have to go onto the app and activate that, or it's going to be in, of course, slow charging mode if you want as well. Still very, very acceptable and very user-friendly. Now, with it, of course, 1 hour charge rate on a wall plug is going to work out well for a lot of people. But if you guys want to, put it on that USB-C port, 2 hours charge. If you have, let's say, the 100-watt solar panel, 3 hours, it's charged, you're good to go. Runnability, you're going to be able to get about 16 hours of runtime on a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, probably around 12 or so batteries on your phones, about 3 hours on your laptop. So, guys, that's going to be kind of cool. And I have a laptop coming, and we're going to test that out because I don't actually own a laptop right now. So I cannot test out that theory until the laptop shows up, and I have one coming, and I can't wait to actually test the runtime on a laptop on one of these devices. With this, though, you guys can run more things like your house fan. You'll be able to run like a 45-watt house fan for multiple hours, approximately 4 hours with that. For those of you that need to have that light bulb on, you guys can get about 20 hours on a 5-watt LED light bulb. That flat screen TV in the background should be able to run for about 4 hours. Now, some other cool things is like your electric heating pads for your pets, like your lizards, hamsters, and stuff. You get about 6 hours of runtime off that 30-watt electric pad. For those of you that want an electric blanket, man, 3.5 to 4 hours on a 55-watt electric blanket. Have one of those coming too, so I get to test that as well. It's going to be kind of fun. But 240V2, nice lightweight, under 8 pounds, great package. By itself, it is an amazing price point at $179. But you also have the variation of it and the Mini 40 solar panel for $249, and that is going to be a great kit. Now, that Mini 40 solar panel is a beautiful little solar panel, nice and, of course, notebook sized, fully waterproof and water resistant. Now, with it, it's an amazing piece. We're actually going to come back to this solar panel a little later when we talk more about it on some other products. But fully waterproof, water resistant. It's going to do about 40 watts of charging capability. It'll take about 7 hours to charge this device with the Mini 40. It'll take a little less if you have the 100-watt panel. So great capability, great chargeability. If you guys need a package of this size, $249. It is a great price point. I love this piece. So this is actually going to do very, very well for you guys if you need something of that sort. So 240V2, really cool piece. So I believe we are. Now, for those of you on the Dragon Blogger side, I do apologize. We do have a slight delay in our carousel from switching. So do know the carousel is slight delayed on the Dragon Blogger side, but should be rolling good on the opposite side, though. So don't worry about that. All right, guys. We're going to move on to what's called the 300. Now, the 300 is one of their original products. Now, they have updated it, but they're still showing you this because it is a well sought-after product. This is the 300. Now, this 300 is 293 watt-hours of power in a nice palm-sized package. Nice, lightweight device. Now, this is actually under 8 pounds, yet again, just like the others, but has that fixed handle. Now, with this, you do have 2 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600 for those of you that need be. Now, with this, though, you do have, of course, 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. That USB-C port is a 60-watt charging-capable port for those of you that need that. Now, you guys can carry it around like this on your shoulder if you wanted to because it is lightweight. It's easy to do. That fixed handle, of course, and it is very silent. Now, with this, you have a DC input. That DC input's where you're going to charge this device. That's where you're going to plug in your DC plug for the wall plug. It's also going to be the port where you are going to, of course, plug in other devices with that. This is an amazing little product right here. So the 300 is going to do well. Now, What I can tell you is if you want the 300, it's going to take about 3.5 hours to fully charge it on a wall plug. If you want to, though, plug it in that DC plug and use the USB-C port, you have a 2-hour charge rate with that one, which is even better. Now, with it, of course, guys, you have a great charge rate and a great usability. You should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours off this, or 6 drone batteries, or if you guys really want to, a mini cooler for 4.5 hours, your laptop over 4 hours. You guys can do a flat screen TV for 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours if you really want to, depending on the size of that TV, which is amazing. 293 watt hours of power in a 7-pound package is perfectly well set for all of you. Now, this little device is going to work well for you at that price point of $198. So $198, you cannot go wrong with that. All individually switched in, that beautiful screen, of course, on hand, and silicone pads to set it down on. So if you guys need the 300, might be a beautiful piece of technology. Really amazing. Now, guys, I'm actually excited because tonight we're going to be showing you guys a brand new product that I have yet to show you guys. It finally came, so we are going to show you guys that when we get there. So we're going to be able to do that, which is going to be very, very cool. Now, with that being said, we're going to show you guys the 500. Now, the 500 is, of course, another really cool piece. We pop over here to the table, and you guys will see it sitting down there right in the middle. So that is, of course, that 500. Now, we will try and get my camera to act properly today. That's the Jackery Explorer 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt hours of power. Now, with the 518 watt hours of power, guys, you're going to have a great connectability and usability with this. Now, 518 watt hours of power means you guys are going to have a bunch of uses. Now, it's going to take you a little bit more. It does weigh 13.25 pounds with this, though. It does have a little bit of weight. Now, what we can talk about with it is, though, you do have this nice 13.5-pound package. It is, of course, still has the display that comes on, the fixed handle, has the AC outlet. Now, that AC outlet's going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1,000. Now, this goes back to the original USB ports. Now, the USB ports are going to, of course, do 5-volt 2.4 amps. You have 3 DC output ports and 1 DC input port. Now, the difference is this actually has a flashlight on the side. Now, the flashlight on the side does have single mode if you turn it on and off, or if you hold it down. You guys can go into SOS pattern if you need. Now, this is kind of cool. Now, the charge rate on this, though, is going to take about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device. So 5.5 hours is what it's going to take to charge this device on a wall plug. Same with the cigarette car lighter. If you guys are going on an RV trip or something, you guys plug it into a cigarette lighter at about 5.5 hours. If you have the 100-watt solar panel, the 100-watt solar panel is going to allow you to charge it in 7.5 hours. Where it's going to stand out is it's going to allow you to do that 60-watt flat screen TV for over 7 hours of runtime. Or even, of course, 9 hours on the mini cooler. Or if you really want to, guys, 30 hours on that laptop. So you have all of that usability with this on hand. You guys can even use like an air pump for over 8 hours. You guys can do a blender for about 50 minutes. Electric blanket for about 4 hours if you want to. Or multiple other devices. Going to do very, very well for you. It's a beautiful piece and a great price point with this. Now, I love the price point of this because it does do phenomenally well for it. Now, it is original size. It is the original battery style. That's why it takes a little longer to charge this one. But it should do well for everybody that needs it. Now, the price point of that is about 40% off. It is $299 tonight. Normally $49.99. You have no problem with this piece whatsoever. It's going to do what you need when you need it to do it at the times you need a device of this sort to do. So that's where it's going to stand with that, guys. You can't go wrong with this device whatsoever in the usability and acceptability of the 500. So any questions about these guys, please ask. We are definitely here to answer these questions. Now, I'm going to set the 500 down because we're going to move on. We are going to move on. We're going to move on, guys. We're going to move on to the actual device next to it. So I'm going to move the 300 plus towards me. We're going to talk about the device on the opposite side of this table. We're going to go this way. That is the device we're going to get into. This is the 1000 V2. Now, it's a beautiful piece. This, of course, is another new product from them. Now, the 1000 V2 packs a wallop of a power. Now, 1,070 watt hours of power in the LiFePO 4 cell. Now, with this, of course, it has 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power usability. Those AC outlets means you guys can plug in a window AC and run this off of this device. That's actually kind of cool. I love that you can actually do that. Now, with it, of course, it's got that new Charge Shield 2.0. A Charge Shield 2.0 is going to do a 1 hour charge rate with this device. So 1 hour, you're fully charged, you're up and running, and you are smoking and having fun, right? It's a smoking deal at a smoking product with a lot of power and quick charge rate. I love it. Very, very capable of doing what you need with that. Now, different devices that you can plug into the AC outlets, guys, range from, let's say, computers, mini coolers, even your house stove or house fridge. You guys can plug into this. House fridge at 520 watts should be able to run for about 2 hours with this. So that's actually kind of cool. So you could keep your food a little bit cold in times of need. Now with this though, it does have that shockproof and fire-resistant shell. The fire-resistant shell is up to a certain protection, of course. It is UL listed with a UL 94V-0 flame retardant material. So really cool with that. Now, with it, of course, guys, you can run other devices like your projectors. You guys can run coffee makers, space heaters, cooking pots like your crock pot. You guys could do an Instapot off of this. You have the acceptability to run multiple devices without a problem. A 10-watt Bluetooth speaker will give you about 50 hours of runtime off of this. About 20 drone batteries or even a 12-hour heated blanket. For those of you that want to do that mini fridge, guys, about 14 hours of runtime or 10 hours with that big flat screen TV. This is an amazing price point package. The 1000 V2 is going to do amazing, amazing stuff. I love it for that. You guys are going to enjoy that. So, really cool right there. Why are we... Let's see here. 1 second, guys. It looks like... So I've actually moved on from that product. So I was like, it's still showing me guys on the other product, and I do apologize for that. So we are showing you guys the 1000 V2, beautiful little piece. Now we have the 1000 V2 by itself for $499 at a great price point, or you can get it with, of course, the 200 watt solar Saga. Now, the 1000 V2 will allow and accept the 200 watt solar Saga solar panel. Now that is actually a $1,299 price point normally. It's $799 tonight. That is a great deal for that. It's really, really amazingly well done. So if you guys are looking for that in either price point by itself or, of course, with the solar panel, definitely check it out. And the cool part is the 1000 V2 can actually run 2 of those solar Saga solar panels. And that's where it's kind of cool. So guys, with it, of course, if you have any questions about the 1000 V2, it is an amazing, amazing piece, which is kind of going to work well for you. And I kind of like that. So it's doing very, very well for a lot of people, and it's going to work well. So we're letting the show catch up. Of course, guys, it's just one of them things. I'm actually ahead of the show for some reason. It's got a really, really big delay on my end of sending the signal. So. All right, guys, we're going to move into another very cool, newer product. We're going to show you guys a product that I've been waiting for to show up for a little bit. And it actually showed up, and I'm going to show you guys this product. Now, it is on the opposite side of the table, so we're going to move over to, of course, this side of the table. That is that beautiful little piece right there. Now, this, of course, is the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is an amazing little product with a bunch of technologies built in. Now, it has that new charge shield protection. It has the LiFePO 4 cells. That charge shield protection is going to allow it to fully charge in 2 hours of charge time. Now, in this device, 39-pound package, 39 pounds, what it's going to weigh. It's got LiFePO 4 cells. Now, the LiFePO 4 cells are actually built into what's called CTB, cell-to-body technology. Cell-to-body technology is a honeycomb design. The honeycomb design is what all of the LiFePO 4 cells are sitting in, and it's protecting them from vibrations and everything else of the sort. With that cell-to-body technology, it also shrunk down the size of the package. So the device is smaller than, of course, the original 2000. Now with this, it can be used as a UPS if you want to, 20 milliseconds to switch over, which is actually kind of cool. Just got a chance to test out the 2000 plus. Keep the RV batteries in units. I'm glad that worked for you, Jeep lover. That's amazing that it's working for you. Now, it is a really, really beautiful piece, guys, with this 2000 V2. Now, 2000 V2, like I said, 2042 watt-hours of power. It actually has 2200 watts of pure sine wave power through those 3 AC outlets. Now, those 3 AC outlets, like I said, do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4400 if you really need to be. Now, with this, you do have that one USB-C 100-watt port. You also have that USB-C 30-watt port. You also have that 18-watt USB-A port. Now, on top of it, you have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug and that flashlight on the front. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Now, with it, of course, guys, amazing piece of technology with it. Great charge point, great run point, great accessibility with it. Now, with, of course, that 1 hour emergency supercharging capability on this is actually kind of cool. It will take about 2 hours if you go with the AC fast charging capability off the AC USB-C port. Now, with it, though, if you want, put it in, of course, that 5-hour quiet charging mode. It's going to be about 22 decibels with 5 hours of charge rate. With this, though, you can run, of course, a coffee maker for 3 hours. You guys could run that, that 520-watt refrigerator for almost 4 hours. You guys can run a 200-watt desktop PC for about 12 hours, crock pots, and all of the other pieces. Now, portable, acceptable, and can be taken pretty much anywhere with that. You guys have, of course, electric drills about 8 hours, water pump about 20 hours if you want. You guys could do like vacuum cleaners. You guys could do electric grills, tree trimmers, or even portable fridges, heated blankets, portable ovens, or if you really wanted to, guys, you can even do, of course, the digital saws. Now, you guys can plug a saw into this. 4,400 watts of power means you guys can plug a saw without a problem and do whatever you need to. It's a great little piece. The price point of this one is actually at a smoking deal, $1,499 for this by itself. Now, if you guys really want to, you guys can